gonna be a workout as we build the world's largest treadmill on big.
Get a good pump.
Pretty hard to set world records in the dark.
If I have more time to design it, there are fewer fires because we figured out in advance.
Yeah.
The plan was on how to...
Gadget, cool down, boy. This is 275 square feet. All we have to do is put some sides on it, and I'd have an extra room.
In 1952, the first human treadmill was built to monitor heart health. But it wasn't until the aerobics and fitness craze of the 1980s that the treadmill trend really took off.
But I want to burn a lot of calories, so I need more than just an ordinary exercise machine. To lose big pounds, you need a big treadmill. And this week, we're gonna build one big enough that's gonna get the whole team into shape. And then some. Oh yeah, and we're also gonna try to burn ourselves another Guinness World Record. To set a record, we're gonna build a treadmill that's almost 30 feet long, and it'll work just like the real thing. So here's how it works. An electric motor's gonna turn a roller that moves a belt of pliable material. And then this material is stretched into a loop around another roller. Pressing the speed arrows on the console will control the variable speed of the motor and, in turn, the speed of the material. So the faster the material moves around the loop, the faster you run, and the more calories you burn.
But on this build, the Reverend Gadget got a late start off the line, having only 4 days to engineer the entire project.
It's really hard keeping up with the team. You know, I'm designing it as fast as we're building it. I'll tell you why I haven't showed you much in the way of drawings, because I haven't done them all yet.
We just got to get that can opener and twist it around Gadget's head and open it up so we can get all the information out. So we can get this show on the road.
So while he's still struggling to catch up on the details, Gadget starts the rest of the team off on the first leg of this marathon build, the frame.
These two tubes will be the side rails, and then we're gonna put some 2x2 tubes across the top of this.
One of these weighs 129 pounds more than I do. Makes me feel thin and glamorous.
Feeling strong? Come on, Arsenal.
Kurt and Gadget start their workout with some heavy lifting.
According to my calculations, that weighs 430 pounds.
Gadget grabs his torch and burns a space in the side rails for an industrial-sized screw jack that will allow them to fine-tune the alignment of the tread.
This is our belt tensioner. This way, once we put the carpet on, we can put a wrench on here and adjust this. We have a whole foot of adjustment here. We can take the slack out of the carpet.
I want this record. I mean, I feel like this is part of my legacy I leave behind.
Let's go that way and we'll roll it up.
This side up?
We're a little bit behind where I wanted to be. But if we can get this tacked up today, we'll be where I want to be, which is just to have a basic frame by day one.
Gadget doles out the next step to the team, welding the crossbars to the side rails to finish the frame. But on this build, the team really has been left in the dark.
Lighting! Light!
Due to the heat, rolling brownouts are affecting the shop's power supply.
As you can see, those lights right there are out because we're probably about 105 outside. So all the electrical doesn't like to cooperate when you got that much heat happening.
You know what? It's pretty hard to set world records in the dark. Does that count? Is that like another record if we built the biggest treadmill in the dark?
Just laying it all out. We'll at least get them all tacked into place before we go home.
Tack and tack.
The team sets up by getting the crossbars into position on the frame.
Now what we're doing is we're clamping some wood on, and then we're clamping some more wood on.
The wood will position the bars just below the edge of the side rail. leaving room for the wood flooring that will lay on top.
Lisa, let's rock and roll.
Well, today's the first day of our build, and we've already run into some problems. We're having random blackouts. I guess it's so hot outside that the electricity goes out. I mean, we're in the middle of the desert after all, so things will get kind of crazy. But everyone seems pretty excited. They're working pretty hard. And especially this build, the treadmill, is pretty close and dear to my heart because I tend to be a little overweight.
What? No.
Say it isn't so.
What?
Right now, I'm on the way to the gym to learn a new routine. And of course, wow the exercise babes with my treadmill knowledge.
Okay, before we start exercising, I'm gonna need to test your body fat.
Okay.
This thing measures your body fat based on your age, weight, and height.
Okay.
Based on your age range, 17.5% body fat is excellent, 20.5 is good, and 26.9 is poor.
Okay, what did I have?
You had 40.9%.
40.9, that's a big number, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're definitely gonna need some exercising.
Okay, so I burned 2
Okay.
calories already.
That's right, good
Hey,
job.
You know, they say that exercise is more critical than calcium in developing strong bones in girls and young ladies.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah. And then in 1996, the Journal of Medicine said that the treadmill was the #1 way to burn calories.
Really?
And you know what? The average treadmill is 64 inches long by 28 inches wide.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but mine's bigger. A lot bigger, baby. Let me
How
tell
big
you.
is yours gonna be?
It's 25 feet long, 10 feet wide by 20 feet high.
Oh my goodness, what
And I'm-
possessed you to build this?
Well, I just want to start working out, want to start getting better shape.
Wow. Keep going, you're doing good. Keep it up. All right, good workout, Frank.
Yeah, just the hamstring. Oh, yeah. I think I need to do a little bit more warm up next time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Now just keep that up 3 to 4 times a week, all right?
Sure, sure. Hey, you know why it's important to cool down?
Why?
Burns off the adrenaline.
That's right.
Blackouts and incomplete designs have put the team behind. When Big comes back, will they be able to catch up on their record-setting goal?
It's a cake. That's genius. Okay.
What's happening, guys?
It's day 2, and with the main frame done, wood construction can begin for the Titanic treadmill. First up, the motor cover.
It's these pieces right here. I believe that I'm going to be handling most of the wood on this one. It's all about big wood, isn't it? As is always, it's the biggest hurdle in all this is figuring out how we're going to do it.
Trying to get started without a plan from Gadget isn't quite working.
Right, this piece will stay
So
stationary.
Kurt pulls in the Reverend.
This will stay on the ground, the hydraulic cylinder's inside of here, and it'll be shoving up and pulling that behind it.
Engineering by the seat of your pants.
There you have it.
There it is.
Kurt will build the motor cover, or nose, in 3 pieces, starting with the 2 sides. The first step in any project is getting all the pieces cut and ready to build with.
Most of the time, doing the things you need to do doesn't take as long as setting things up to do it.
Low-fying lumber.
Customization right there.
Next, Kurt cuts some bending poplar
Wiggly wood. Wiggle, wiggle.
to skin the rounded sides.
Perfect. Perfect is okay. Well, we're just using contact cement on top of this bending board. You have to put it on both surfaces and it adheres to itself, basically. See, now the reason we put the sticks under there, we can manipulate that right up to the corner and it doesn't stick until we want it to.
Kurt uses sticks between the 2 pieces of bending board to keep the contact cement from adhering before the pieces are properly placed.
bad.
Piece of cake.
That's genius.
yeah.
Okay.
Frank's next challenge is to find something big enough to form the massive tread loop. His solution? A 9-foot wide roll of carpet.
Basically, Ed, what I need is a carpet that can make a loop for a 25-foot treadmill.
What are you gonna do with the 25-foot treadmill?
Run on it.
What would work really, really well for you is right here. We have a piece laying down here. For your use, I don't think this will come apart nearly as quickly or as easily.
Right.
With the tension and the unusual circumstances.
Once on the treadmill, this carpet will need to handle just about anything, so Frank puts it through a rigorous battery of tests.
Oh, this feels good. Good doggy. Come, Piggy. Piggy. It's the Piggy Parade. It's the Piggy Parade. It's the Piggy 5 Parade. 'Cause you're a good doggy. It's the Piggy 5 Parade. It's the Piggy Parade. It's the Piggy Parade. It's the Piggy 5 Parade.
The carpet passes muster, and Frank is sold.
So, Ed, I'm gonna take this with me.
All right, Frank, good luck.
Thanks a lot. Let's
Take
see how it
care.
works out.
All right, we'll see you.
All right.
Where'd everybody go?
Back at the shop, Kurt's stuck again as he tries to figure out the compound radius for the treadmill's motor cover. Since the bottom of the motor cover will jut out further than the top, one radius will need to be tighter than the other, like a section of a cone.
I just took a stick and bent it around there.
But if they're not identical, it's not gonna lay nice and neat.
But Gadget's doubts about Kurt's patented stick-bending technique causes the carpenter to change direction.
Do you know the formula to find the radius with 2 points? I knew there was a formula, I just didn't know what it was. That's why I just bent the stick. Perfect radius, huh?
What's the cord length?
99 inches. Making the two radiuses right, making them meet where they're supposed to meet coming around, that was my dilemma. And that's why I asked the master. Because he knows trigonometry. And me, I dropped out. He can calculate anything. And he did. So I'm trusting that he's right. And we will soon find out.
One challenge down, countless more to go. Gadget can't seem to get caught up as engineering, planning, and building all vie for his attention.
The problem with the short lead time is that I end up sort of lost in the build. I can't be as present with the rest of the builders to help them along if they need it.
Gadget!
Yeah,
Gadget! Did you see Gadget?
They're running me down. They're stepping on my heels is the part of the problem.
Come on, Gadget.
A lot of stress on Gadget. A lot of stress.
The plan was on how to...
Gadget, boy, Gadget. Cool down, boy. Cool down, Gadget. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy.
Gadget's book. I found Gadget's little secret book. That's got all his ideas in it.
Who did that? So the next phase of the build would be to set up the side frames here and assemble these side towers.
These are going to be like the side pods on the side of the treadmill. That if you're going too fast, you can hop off on.
The treadmill's metal frame will consist of a base, side pods, and 21-foot columns.
Basically, we're going to make like a ladder.
Yeah, it's got to go your way to there.
You see the size of this thing? This is 275 square feet. This is make a nice room addition. All we have to do is put some sides on it and glass in it, and I'd have an extra room.
With the side pods attached, the team can get to work on the towering upright columns.
This is the tubes for the sides, the tubes that go up.
It's gonna stand straight up right there.
Straight up.
All the way straight vertical.
Yep.
Good, let's start slamming it together.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm having too much fun today, Dan.
I'm a member of the Too Much Fun Club.
You make work fun.
Hey, my eye's stuck. Tap me right there. Ah, that's better.
rack seat. Looking pretty good.
We're making some good headway on day 2.
And we keep looking through the horizon for that Guinness World Record, so I think that really makes it positive.
It's gonna be big, real big. World record breaking big.
I'm pretty sure we can have the world record by Friday night. I think the worst is behind me if I can make this compound radius work. But we're gonna get it done because we build better big than anybody else.
The builders have sprinted through day 2, but this marathon build is far from over. When Big comes back, the treadmill is growing by leaps and bounds, but his gadget stretched too thin.
I didn't make a mistake. It was a slight oversight.
Eric and Gadget start day 3 by hitting a wall as they realize their shipment of hydraulic parts is incomplete.
We got all our hoses now,
We need cylinders.
but we just need adapters. And cylinders, yeah, those aren't here yet. They were supposed to be here Monday.
Gadget sprints up to the production office to check with the shop foreman about the missing cylinders.
Crazy Bones Jones. Yes.
We no hydraulic. They don't have them. They're bum.
Well, let me just spec something else. They don't have anything even remotely like that. I'm gonna check surplus. Hi, honey. Can I have my desk? There's a hydraulic cylinder that we ordered last week, and it was supposed to go overnight and get here Monday. Well, here's Wednesday, and it hasn't arrived yet. We find out they don't even have it. It's not even in stock. So this is one of those things where we just adapt. You know, it keeps the challenge up, which is kind of fun.
It ain't easy being team leader. Gadget places an order with a local hydraulics company and hopes for the best. But as soon as he puts out this fire, he's back on the floor to fabricate brackets for the treadmill's casters.
This is what our casters are gonna mount on.
These are the big casters that are actually gonna, this whole treadmill is gonna roll around on.
The casters are almost ready to roll when Gadget checks their progress.
You can go around this end, but don't put too much heat in the middle because after the bearings are, just go like from here
So
and around.
are you like trying to tell me what I'm doing?
Oh wait, you know what? We can't center these.
It looks like Gadget's seat-of-the-pants engineering has hit its first stumbling block. In the present position, the caster mounts will run into the hydraulics.
Because they're just gonna wobble. No, the hydraulic comes right down here. It'll never turn.
So another flaw in your design.
Absolutely. But we can fix it. We have the technology. It's really hard keeping up with the team. You know, I'm designing it as fast as we're building it. Eric was complaining a lot that,
Well, thanks.
I mean, he felt like I had left him in the dark when in fact I was the one in the dark because I hadn't designed that far yet. I wanted him here so that we wouldn't see them, but that also put them in the way of the hydraulic cylinder. But now that we've got them offset, it's not a problem. We'll have the cylinder set in here. When the cylinder's up, the wheel will swivel, and then when the cylinder's back down, it should be fine. Definitely need more time to put these things together. It's a lot to think about in just 4 days.
Meanwhile, Lisa and Kurt cut pre-finished plywood for the treadmill's deck.
Plywood is in sheets of wood, all laminated together. That's why it stays more stable. They switch the grains, cross the grains, glue it all together, keeps everything stable and keeps it from moving. We're using this pre-finished plywood because it's the finish should be really durable. They bake it on here. The carpet should roll nice and smoothly over this finish. Nice and smooth, slick.
This is really slick.
So we're screwing down all the sheeting. So then we really can dance on it.
With the plywood in place, the team takes a short detour down memory lane.
kickball chain, turn. Then you take that one. Then you take that one. I was lead dancer in a dance troupe many years ago, back in my college days.
No, I was a break dancer.
Oh, really? Wait, let me show you. That kind of stuff.
With his breakdancing days gone but not forgotten, Thad uses an oxyacetylene template cutter to get rolling on the wheels for the Treadmill's rollers.
We got a world record to make here, and I'm cutting out some circles that are actually going to fit in the end of a 12-inch piece of pipe. And those are going to be the actual main rollers that the belt is going to go around. That's what you want, see? No slag.
These wheels will fit into giant cylinders to form the Treadmill's front and back rollers. An electric motor will turn the front roller, setting the back roller in motion and completing the loop.
So you can weld
all the way around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. Get a good pump. Rock solid.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I used to weigh 170. Now I weigh 301. Now, I might not never get back to 170. That ain't realistic. But if I even get under 300, I'll feel good. That'll probably go get a slab of ribs. No.
See, I want to get back to my original weight, though.
You look great.
8 pounds, 6 ounces.
But after the workout, it's back to work.
We're actually using this 12-inch pipe, and we're going to cut it 107 inches long.
2 pieces, 107.
This stuff's usually used for commercial type applications, putting chemicals through it, fluids, well, I mean, different types of things like that. There's gonna be 2 of them. They're gonna be the rollers that the carpet actually rolls around.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Thank you.
That's a good fit.
Even Kurt breaks away from the carpentry to get his hands dirty with the rollers.
That's what those metal guys do.
Go, boys, go. Flintstones.
Go, Tango.
Let's see how she rolls.
Go, Tango.
It's only the 3rd day to build, and this treadmill's getting big. I mean, we're talking a full Eric, a full Kurt, a full Lisa, a full Gadget, and a squatting Thad. At this rate, we're well on our way to a Guinness World Record. Finally, some quiet. It was a pretty good day. You got the rollers done, you got the plywood put on. But man, there's so much more left to do. I wonder if they'll be able to pull it off. You know, this floor is pretty nice. I can get my jog on, or maybe, yeah, maybe.
Kurt, are you behind? I'm behind Thad.
When Big comes back, the builders struggle to stay focused on the finish line.
All hands on deck!
It's day 4, and the team has yet to install the treadmill's hydraulics, motor, control panel, and carpet. But with Gadget MIA, the builders are stuck on the sidelines.
Nothing. I just, you know, we're kind of like chasing our own tails here.
Whoa, do this backwards.
Gadget is obviously the main man, and without him, we might as well just sit down and have a cup of coffee.
Where is he?
He's upstairs being consulted on another future build.
All hands on deck!
Honestly, I'm kind of done until he comes down here and we can figure out what's next. Hey, I need something. We need to get those things or get that cut list or whatever you got for that.
My book downstairs.
Your book?
But I'll tell you right off the top of my head, you need 10 pieces 9 inches long and 4 pieces 11 feet long. That's it.
Was it 10 9 inches or 9 10 inches? I think it was 10 9 inches.
Gadget be in the meeting is the way it has to be. You know, everybody wants to come back next week, so that's the way it has to be.
But the lone woodworker already has his marching orders. Finish the front of the treadmill by day's end.
I'm probably half a day behind. Helped those guys with the rollers yesterday when I probably should have just stuck to my own thing. Put the face on this thing, we're good to go. I'm gonna attach this with wood glue and some pin nails, and then we're gonna attach the outside with contact cement. All right, just gluing up the substrate for the last layer of bending poplar with some contact cement.
But in his rush to catch up,
I hate that.
Kurt's reminded that it's better to do it right than do it twice.
See, and that's the problem. Right therein lies the problem. You only get one chance at this. And if you screw it up like I just did, it's really a pain in the...
With a little extra encouragement, the poplar skin is finally in place.
Not too bad.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, Frank, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Pretty good.
Hey,
pretty good.
Frankie.
Where are we today?
Well, we have our hydraulic cylinders on the way. So
Oh,
that's
very
pretty
good.
exciting.
Well, that's the one part I'm really kind of worried about. You know,
Why are you worried?
Well, it's well, just talking to Eric. It's not the normal hydraulics he works with.
Well, he works with pneumatics.
Yeah, pneumatics.
Hydraulics also, he just doesn't know.
The reason why I went with hydraulics is that they don't compress like air. So considering that we have the potential of having 4,000 pounds of people all
Yeah,
running
pounding at the
together,
same time.
the whole thing could start moving. So if we have hydraulics, it'll just be like it's on the ground.
Okay. You disagree?
Yeah.
After more than 10 years in award-winning customization and suspension, Eric's used to being listened to.
And this is what I do here at First Class Auto Works. I specialize in suspension. Across the wall is trophies through the years. Look at this. And that's a first-class lesson in pneumatics.
But by halfway through day 4,
Oh, hey, there we go.
Gadget's hydraulic cylinders have finally arrived.
These are the cylinders we're going to use for lifting the whole mechanism.
With the pieces finally rolling in, the team desperately needs to get started assembling the hydraulics, but the hurdles just keep mounting.
This thing arrived today,
Yeah.
the hydraulic pump, and when I looked in the catalog, it had a manifold here that this valve would bolt on top of.
Right.
No, I just hit that manifold. Since we're always looking for him, you guys keep taking him out of meetings to engineer everything. You stop our progress. I figured I'm gonna hide something to Gadgets. I want to see what it's like for him to walk around looking for it all day. Look like he's lost for once.
Unaware of Eric's prank, and with no time to lose, Gadget tries to forge ahead without the vital manifold.
Is that
Where's
standard?
that going?
Metric.
Hydraulic lines, hoses.
So the team gets busy using a horizontal bandsaw to cut square tubing which will house the hydraulic cylinders.
I like it a lot.
These tubes are the legs for lifting the whole device. They'll have the cylinder inside.
And those are mounted on that end?
Those are gonna, right here. The hydraulic pump will extend this down and will lift the entire front of the treadmill up, so you'll be walking uphill. It's got 4 feet of lift, which over a treadmill this long will give us a 15% grade, which is the same as most of the better treadmills. Excuse me, sir.
The team forges ahead with the hydraulics. But the problems keep mounting. as Gadget realizes that the reordered cylinders arrived without the right fittings.
We'd ordered parts originally. Turns out the company that we'd ordered from didn't even have them in stock. So we found someone else in town, but they didn't make them exactly the way they said they were. So now we're trying to scramble for some fittings to put it together, because we don't have as big a selection of fittings as we like. Probably.
We didn't order. He ordered.
The royal we.
I didn't order that project. I didn't order any of it. If I did, it wouldn't have had a problem.
Meanwhile, Kurt's muddling along with the rounded front of the treadmill.
It's almost 9 o'clock. If you ask me, I think Kurt's way in the weeds. Nobody's gonna help him. He's been drowning for the last day and a half.
Kurt, are you behind?
I'm behind Thad.
I see that.
I was gonna square off the front, and I would definitely be done right now if I'd have squared off the front. I said, hey, Gadget, I'm gonna square this thing off and I'll be done. And he's like, what, you getting cold feet? And I said, okay, I'll do it. And here I am, not quite done. But you know what, we got the compound radius in there, and it's gonna look pretty cool. I don't think it looks like the front of a boat now. I might be asking you for some help tomorrow, so.
Oh yeah, I never have a problem. I'm about done for the day, being I'm frustrated. The cylinders themselves are something I specialize in. I could have had that taken care of. It took 4 days. Son of a, that's what I deal with every day, directly.
With Eric, sometimes it's tough enough for him to put it with his own mood swings. I don't want to be the one that's setting them off.
Actually, really, I don't care what I do tomorrow, so long as we all help each other and get this project done. The only one I won't help is Gadget.
You know, as his friend, I'm aware of it. If I weren't his friend, then I wouldn't care.
Hey, Gadget, how was that walk today looking for that manifold?
That was screwed.
Did it suck?
Yeah.
Did it make you feel like you were useless for that whole period of time?
No, put us behind about 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Don't you love me, Gadget, that I hid that part for you?
I didn't hear that.
No, I just hid that manifold. Gadget isn't happy about it. He still isn't. Anything the team asks me to do, I'll be glad to do it. But I definitely won't go over there and stand next to a project that got a little bit of messed up order, because then I'm kind of weaved into that mess up, and I don't want to be weaved. I've been weaved into way too many mess up. Starting from episodes 1 to 3 with Christoph, I've been labeled as the bad guy.
And the trilogy goes on.
As Eric leaves the frustrations of day 4 behind, this build's finish line is still a long way off. It's day 5, and Eric's day begins as badly as yesterday's ended.
My arms are all swollen really bad today, and all right here, and my lips got really swollen, so I don't know what's going on. I'm calling my veterans and my Kaiser and see if they would request that I need to see a doctor. Then I'll let Frank know and my director know they should grab a builder to take my place while I go down to the hospital today. Because can I ask you guys to come over here for a minute? Because I need to talk to you guys about something. I think you guys all know I take medication for being bipolar, which is a psychiatric thing. And they think that my body is holding too much of my medication inside and it's trying to push it out through my skin. So I need to deeply apologize to all of you that I need to leave and I have to drive to a hospital and get blood work done before noontime today.
Take care of yourself.
And,
Take care.
As Eric heads out,
Thanks, guys.
the team copes with losing him on the last day of this marathon build.
You guys, how do you feel about Eric leaving? I mean,
I think he's taking care of himself, you know.
I think last night
First
showed
and
he needed to
foremost,
go.
you know. Yeah. It's,
Well, actually, I wish Eric was here. I mean, we could always use an extra hand.
Despite being one man down, the team soon gets a boost.
Gadget, got your fittings.
After a week of complications, Gadget's hydraulics order is finally complete.
We have our fittings.
Now that the team finally has the right fittings,
We're on the home stretch.
it's time to mount the hydraulics.
There it is.
That's the ram, is to lift the whole thing up.
With the rams in place, the hydraulics finally get the treadmill to its feet.
Oh, now that's hot. That's hot. Hey, we just like Too much, Gadget. Too much, baby.
It's just a matter of time before it was gonna work. That's all. But it feels good.
It still ain't a walk in the park, but we'll get there.
With no time to lose, Kurt finally gets to work on the long-awaited control panel.
They welded all this metal together. It's pretty frickin' solid. Ooh, perfect. Perfect is okay. Yeah, this is where the buttons are gonna go in each one of those holes. That's the button. All you have to do is touch right there. That's it. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Oh. Yikes.
On our display, we're going to add a cup holder here so that Frank will have a place to stand so he can operate these buttons since these will be so far above anybody's head.
But we're gonna kick it up a level.
A week of challenges has set the team behind. As the sun sets, the team gets started on Frank's copious cup holder.
There you have it, one big Frank holder.
Gentlemen and lady, here's the dealio. It's last day.
Delio.
8:15. You got till 10 o'clock. You have an hour and 45 minutes left.
Realizing they won't be done by the time Stuart Claxton from Guinness World Records arrives, the team focuses on finishing the parts of the build that will be measured.
You can put a hold on that and just get this thing up.
Yep.
And get that look so you can come in and measure.
Yep, you got it.
If you guys are, let's do it. Hour and 45, guys.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
What we're gonna do is get these things hoisted up, these columns, and get them bolted onto this baby.
All right, you ready?
Ready? All right. There she goes. All right,
There?
Down a little bit more, all the way down.
Right there. So we're gonna drill it 1/2 inch so the bolt will fit in.
You know what? It's been a long week. Long. But you know what? We're this close.
With the 21-foot-tall pillars in place, the king-size console can make the long trip up.
I can get it up faster.
Yeah, but I can keep it up longer.
I got my nuts on. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah! This baby is in bed!
Just in time, too. Guinness World Record Stuart Claxton has arrived to run his own test on the treadmill.
Wow. It's been a challenge. The only thing is, it's not functional yet. Right now, we just went for size because we knew we were coming.
Okay, should we do the length first? All right, wait a minute, Frank.
What's wrong?
It's too big. The tape measure won't go this long. Do you have another tape measure?
That's pretty good.
Too big. Yes, that's a good sign.
That's 29 feet and 10 inches. 12 feet, 4.5 inches. 20 feet, 11 inches. As you know, it has to be fully functional, so call me when you're ready.
Thanks, Stuart.
All right.
Stuart was just here. We did our measurements and everything. And we still have a list of a couple of things that we still have to do for tonight.
We have a long night ahead of us.
Under the cover here, we have an electric motor that drives through a belt to the conveyor. This is our drive motor. This will drive our treadmill. And there we go.
Hey, all right. That's what I'm talking about.
On our display, we're gonna have a lapse time running. We'll have a distance, and we'll have speed. This is good.
I just finished cutting the holes for the readouts on the console there, but it's time for me to give up. I got family and stuff that's going to be at my house early in the morning. It is early in the morning, so I'm going to have to graciously bow out at this point.
It's all right.
It's all right. Maybe not so graciously. I'm out of here!
And then there were three. Having lost 2 members of the team, the remaining builders reach for their second win.
Let's do the carpet.
This is belt lacing. The carpet goes inside here, and then we hammer this down, and the tongs go through and pierce the whole thing.
At least I know somebody else.
Bang, bang, bang your rod. Bang, bang, bang your rod. Enough banging, I can't take it anymore. I want to go to bed.
That sways a lot, Frank, and
Yeah.
I know you worked up really high in Chicago and it's really windy.
I'll tell you, I trust your walls and everyone else's walls up there, so nothing's gonna snap there. I'm not too afraid. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
It's wiggly, but it's not gonna break.
You sure it won't break?
I'm sure it won't. It may bend, but it won't break.
All right. See you later, buddy. I'll see you in bed. Start the treadmill! Run! Run! Faster!
You know when I do the...
Go, let's go fast.
That is kind of trippy.
There you go. Yeah, run it!
But just as they finally spot the finish line in this all-night build, it vanishes as another problem arises.
Oh, no.
We could patch that maybe.
We got a tear in the carpet right now.
If it should get started and it comes loose, this is what'll happen when we get a lot of tension on the carpet. It'll do this all the way across the whole width of the carpet.
Realizing the carpet just won't cut it, and with the sun rising, Frank arranges a special house call from Siegling Conveyor Belts.
Siegling manufactures treadmill belts for the fitness industry, and typically speaking, we seam them in our factory and send them out already endless. But because of this big treadmill, it's kind of complicated. So we pulled a belt through the treadmill. We're going to put it in a press, heat it, vulcanize it, and make it truly endless on the machine.
Will this last-ditch effort save the team's attempt at a world record? When Big comes back, the team puts their treadmill to the test and finds out if this killer build will earn them a Guinness World Record.
Frank, you trying to kill me!
The team and their tremendous treadmill descend on Venice Beach. In this hotbed of hard bodies and health buffs, they'll find out if their creation has what it takes to set a Guinness World Record.
Welcome to Venice Beach. We're going to be testing out our treadmill in a lot of different ways. Also, we have Stuart Claxton from Guinness World Records coming. He's here to determine our fate on this build.
After a trying build, the team keeps their fingers crossed that their treadmill works.
Yeah! First off, builders, I want to congratulate you on building probably one of our biggest projects.
Yeah.
The second is our moment of truth. We're gonna see if this baby runs.
Rock and roll.
Are we ready?
Go for it, Frank. Come on.
Okay. All right.
So we know.
All right.
A little faster.
Go faster, Frank.
Faster. Faster.
Frank takes it up a notch by testing the treadmill's incline.
All right, looking good. Taking the incline. They're not being so evil!
Like you're trying to kill me!
Who dare run on the world's largest treadmill? Is it you? This is Rich. He's got a buttload of driving experience, making him one of the top stunt drivers in the world. Ain't that right, Rich? We're gonna see if the treadmill can handle 5,000 pounds of power from that Toyota pickup truck. If you have a big treadmill at home, don't try it without Rich. He's a professional. Are you ready, Rich?
The treadmill can more than handle these wheels, but is it up for the ultimate test?
Right now, Gadget and Thad are strapping a Tacoma into place. Gadget, how can you strapping this down?
Purely for safety reasons.
Okay, like you said, purely for safety reasons. Also, we're gonna be doing an incline on this, so we have to have it tethered. Not too tight, but not too loose, because this can be very dangerous. Okay, Rich, you ready?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, guys, we're ready. Rich, let's see what this truck can do on this treadmill.
5 miles an hour?
What? How fast?
15.
First time I've ever had a car up on a treadmill before. And now that we're going up on an incline, it should be really interesting.
Will you look at that? Look at that! Yeah! Yeah! Okay, builders, if you get a chance, could you come down here, please? I'm sure you all recognize Stuart Claxton from Guinness World Records right now.
Well, hello, everybody. Nice to see you again. So I've been with you guys this afternoon, and it seems to have handled pretty much everything you've thrown at it. So without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to officially recognize this as the world's largest treadmill. Guinness World Records. Congratulations.
This brutal build has paid off, and the race ends with a big new Guinness World Record.
A Guinness World Record!
Yeah!
Right here!
Frank lives in an Airstream, locked at the shop. Dreams up all the big plans, makes him way over the top. Collecting on the experience of a team that knows a ton. Gonna show the way things work, the bigger the